Hey, what's up YouTube? On this video, I'm going to share with you an email that I received this last week from the Social Security Administration. It gave me a link to my Social Security statement to tell me how much money I'm going to be earning at full retirement age. And that for me is at age 67. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen your statement. I don't know if you've ever logged into your account on mysocialsecurity.gov or not. But in this video, I'm going to share you how to log in, how to set up an account, and what that looks like once you do, and help you determine how much money you're going to get in Social Security dollars so that you can plan effectively and appropriately for your retirement years. Let's get started. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your money. If that sounds like the kind of channel you want to be a part of, go ahead and smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get started with the rest of the video. All right, like I shared with you earlier, I got an email this last week stating that my Social Security statement was available and ready for me to view. Every year they send me an email because I've signed up to have that email sent to me so that I can review my Social Security statement every year. It's usually around September, October that they send that out. So this is the email that I received, and it says here, your new Social Security statement is now available. So if you click the button here that says access your statement now, it will take you to a page where you can log in. But if you've not ever signed up or you don't have this email coming to you every year so that you can check your Social Security numbers and what you're going to be receiving at retirement age, then you need to go sign up. So let me talk to you about how to do that. So what you'll do is you'll type into any web browser SSA.gov, and that will bring you to the Social Security Administration's website. Now, if you scroll down here, you'll see where it says My Social Security. That's where you want to click, and you'll get to a point where you can say create an account or sign in. Now, if you've already got an account, you click sign in. If you haven't created an account yet, then you create a new account. Then click on creating new account. That takes you over to this page where you can say, I want to create a new account. Then you can log in with login.gov or id.me. It's up to you, make a choice. When you click that, it then takes you to a place where you can enter your email address and password, sign in, create an account, and then go through the process of setting up your account. I believe, if I remember correctly, they're probably going to ask you for your Social Security number, so you're going to need to have that available to you so that they can access your records. Here, I'm not going to go any further than this on this video because I've already set up an account, but what I will show you is what it looks like once you log in. So this is what it looks like after you've logged in. It says here, welcome Paris. It says here, print and save a copy of your Social Security statement, retirement readiness fact sheets for workers ages 18 to 48, and that's pretty neat because it gives you some ideas that you can take a look at. So in order to qualify for Social Security, you have to work what it says here, 40 work credits. Now a work credit is basically a quarter or 3 months. So you have to work 40 3-month periods in order to qualify to receive benefits for Social Security and for Medicare. And so I've worked 40 quarters, which is basically 10 years. If you work 10 years in the United States as an employee or self-employed person where you're paying taxes and you're paying your self-employed taxes and you're paying your Social Security taxes and you're paying all the taxes that you've got to pay, you're going to qualify for that credit. If you don't and you get to retirement age and you only work, say, 35 or 36 or 37, you might have to go back to work for a little while to get enough credits to qualify for Medicare. So this is important for you to see. If you're looking forward to receiving anything from Social Security, and whether or not you feel like Social Security will be around in the future or not, if you feel like you want to be able to even have anything available to you, you've got to have this qualification met. So make sure that you're working at least those 40 quarters or 10 years so that you can qualify. Now here it says that, and I'll show you the actual PDF in a minute of my particular statement, but I wanted to show you this website before I move on. So it says here that if I retire early, so at age 62, I don't know if you know this, but at age 62, you actually have full eligibility to get your Social Security income. So you don't have to wait till you're 65 in order to start drawing Social Security monies. The problem is that if you draw early, you get a lesser amount. So if I draw at 62, I'm only going to get $1,800, where if I draw at age 67, which is what they, in my age category, they claim that age 67 is going to be the full benefit retirement age, I would get $2,600. If I delay that and wait till I'm age 70, so if I wait 3 years and I continue to work or keep working and I don't pull money out from the Social Security benefit program, I can earn, I would get $3,300, $3,338 from age 70 and on. Now there are some strategies to taking the money out early, even if you don't need it. If you take the money out at 62 and you invest it, you could actually get to the point where over that 8-year period, you're earning enough money to have that same equivalent of 33, 38 come to you at age 70, but you have to be disciplined in saving that money. The good thing about that is that, one, if you did pull at 62 and then you just put it all into savings and investments and more investments, then what would happen is that money would be liquid to you, and you'd have a huge amount of liquid assets for 8-year period that you could draw upon should you need it. You'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So in this particular instance, if you did decide to pull at 62, put that money aside, wait till age 70 or whenever you want to retire, and then you can actually draw upon that money and add it to whatever the money is that you're pulling from other investments. Now what I want to do is I want to jump over to the actual statement so that you can see some things there. All right, so here is my actual Social Security statement. So basically what this says is that my full retirement age is 67, and based on my date of birth and the year I was born, for each month you wait to start your benefits, your monthly benefit will be higher for the rest of your life. Over here, it goes through that same or similar thing, but it breaks it down by year. So at age 62, I'd get 1,800. At age 63, I'd get 1,900. And so on and so forth till age 70, where I get that 3,300, and then of course age 67, which is my actual retirement age based on their calculations and what they consider the minimum retirement age, I'm at 2660. So it's kind of neat because along with Social Security, you get disability benefits. So if I ever became disabled or anything happened to me where I couldn't work and I could claim disability off of that, I would get $2,500 a month for disability. And then I don't know if you know this, but Social Security also offers survivor benefits. So if you passed away, this here is for your minor child, they would get $1,900. Your spouse, if caring for a child that was at age 16, would get the same. The spouse at full retirement age for your spouse, and then that would be the total family benefits can't exceed that. So if you have more kids, unfortunately, you only get $1,900, and your spouse will get the $2,500. Until you reach that 4456, and that's all that you'll get as your total family benefit. So earlier I mentioned Medicare. Medicare is your health insurance benefit that you get at turning 65. If you have a disability for 24 months or longer, you can qualify for Medicare, or if you turn age 65, you qualify for Medicare. And the Medicare benefits, it would be a whole nother video about that. I actually have a lot of information on Medicare, how that works. But basically, once you turn 65, Medicare is the federal health insurance program for people age 65 or older, or those under 65 with certain disabilities, and people with end-stage renal disease, which is basically kidney failure. If you're receiving kidney dialysis or kidney failure, you're in a bad place, and so you've got to have some coverage there. So next, I want to scroll down here to earnings not covered by Social Security. So if you were working for, it says here, for a foreign country, you may not have eligibility there. And if you participate in a retirement plan and pensions for which you do not pay Social Security tax, you could lower your benefits. So so for example, that would be somebody who works for like a state governments usually have like in California, it was CalPERS. I'm not sure what it is here in the new state where I live now. But if you have a state pension plan or state funded pension plan, that takes the place of Social Security. If you've worked for Social Security again for 10 years or more, and you have paid taxes for 10 years, and then you get a job working for the state, and then the state plan kicks in, you might be able to double dip. You might be able to get Social Security benefits and the PERS account that you would have from the state plan. So again, important things to know about your Social Security benefits. They are not intended. This is important because a lot of people think, well, we know when I turn 65, I'll have Social Security, that'll take care of me. Really, Social Security itself is actually telling you that's not what's going to be the case. It says here, Social Security benefits are not intended to be your only source of retirement income. You may need other savings, investments, pensions, and retirement money accounts to make sure you have enough money when you retire. And I work with a lot of seniors. I do a lot of work with seniors, and I'll tell you what, they wish they had saved more money. They wish they had put more money in investments. They wish they'd put more money away for their future when they were younger and when they were working and they had that money. See, retirement is the only thing you can't pay for while you're going through it. So if you buy a car, you can pay for it while you're paying it down on that loan. Retirement, you can't do that. You can't pay for it while you're in it. You got to save, you got to pre-fund all the money for retirement, and then you use that money in retirement. So remember that. Again, you need at least 10 years of work or 40 credits, what we talked about earlier. In Social Security, they use a cost of living adjustment, so your benefits are supposed to keep up with inflation. The age you claim benefits will affect the benefit amount for your surviving spouse. If you get retirement or disability benefits, your spouse or children may also qualify for benefits. If you're divorced and were married for 10 years, you may be able to claim benefits on your ex-spouse's record. So that's important to note. If you have been divorced before, then you might be able to claim benefits on your ex-spouse's record, especially if you haven't remarried. And when you apply for other retirement or spousal benefits, you may be required to apply for other benefits as well. For more information, please visit SSA.gov benefits/retirement/planner. I'll leave this link in the description below so that you can click on that so that you can see what's going on. So I wanted to kind of bring this home a little bit for you and share with you kind of how you can use this as part of your retirement planning. What I brought up here is my retirement calculator. You've seen this before in other videos. So in this example, I'm going to use my personal example. I'm 46 years old today. If I go based on what Social Security is saying that I should retire at age 67, I'm going to put that there. And let's say that I want to have approximately $5,000 a month coming in. So in that next 21-ish years that I have till retirement, assuming a 2.5% rate of inflation, which is actually pretty conservative, because I think right now we're experiencing some really bad inflation. In fact, things are not looking good this year or next maybe. But let's just say 2.5% inflation. I'm going to need about $8,000, $8,300, almost $8,400 to buy in 21 years what $5,000 can buy today. So that's important to note, is that inflation is a critical part of the calculation for your retirement monies and what you'll need in retirement. So I basically would need to have $2.5 million in savings in order to live off of that and have that just be interest coming off to me at a 4% withdrawal rate. The rule that we're talking about here is the 4% rule. And that 4% rule is that if you have an amount of money and you pull 4% out, it should last you at least 30 years, if not more, depending on how careful you are with it. And so most folks who retire at 60, 65, 67 are going to probably live 20, 30 years, and they should be well within that 30-year period. However, you have to realize and account for inflation, you have to account for some other things that are happening, and 4% may or may not be enough. So if I was earning 10% on that rate of return, I would need to put away $2,900, almost $3,000 a month just to be able to hit that goal. So what I want to bring home here is that if I'm going to get, if let's say at 67, I can count on Social Security paying $2,600 of that. I know things are going to probably change, and it might be less, it might be more, but all I can go on is what I'm being told right now, what my statement says right now. So let's say that I have a $2,600 a month coming in from that. That means that what I'm going to have to do to supplement, if I'm still going to need $8,300, $8,400, but $2,600 of it's going to come from Social Security. So what I need to plan on is coming up with on my own, the difference between that. So just bringing up a quick calculator here, the difference between 8,400, call it, minus 2,600 means that I need to come up with $5,800 on my own, or to supplement what Social Security isn't going to pay. So if I need 8,400 and Social Security is going to give me 2,600, I need to come up with another $5,800 a month. So what does that mean I need to do? So I don't know exactly what it is, but if you kind of goof around with the calculator, you can kind of come up with some things. So let's just say I want to say 3,500 is what it'll be. Well, what do you know? At 3,500 a month, it's 5,800, which is only 2,000. So I literally saved myself $1,000 a month by planning to have Social Security help me out in my retirement years. So now instead of investing $3,000 a month, I only need to invest $2,000 a month at 10% in order to get to my goal at retirement at age 67. I hope that gives you an idea of why it's important for you to log into your Social Security account, log into My Social Security, figure out how much money you're going to get at retirement age, what retirement age you want to have, and if you want to retire early, that's fine, but you're going to have to really put away a lot of money, as you can see. And then once you hit 62 or 65 or whatever age you want to pull money from Social Security, you can add that as a supplement to the income that you have already. So add that into your planning. So if you want to retire at 50, you'll know that from 50 to 62, you're going to have your own savings and investments take care of that. At 62, you can draw upon Social Security to supplement or to give you even a boost in income. And then from 62 on, you're going to have the Social Security and your investments taken care of you. I hope this video helps you understand what your Social Security benefits are and what they might be in the future and how they play a part in your overall financial plan for retirement. Have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.